Flosstube and welcome back. It's Jody, Simply Stitching Ocala, and this is Flosstube episode number 13. I have my notes right here. If you are new to my channel, it is a channel mostly about cross stitch finishing, sometimes some additional sewing projects, a little life update. If you're a returner, thanks for watching. I enjoy sharing my crafts, even though I can't seem to keep any type of schedule because life. So, few life updates are, if you haven't watched before, our dog Buddy passed away in April from cancer. He was 8.5 years old. He was a boxer mix. And within a few weeks, we had adopted a rescue dog. Her name was Daisy. Super sweet. She was having some issues, but mostly just like a lot of anxiety. My husband and I, with his job, my job, we are traveling more, doing conventions, doing some other things. And so we were having to have my son come over and watch and take care of her, but then he was at work during the day. And my husband, even though like just super sad for me, because before our dog Buddy, we had another dog, Sunny, for 15 years. So, I mean, I've been used to having a dog in the house for, the last 23 years. And since I work from home, it's like, I call it my coworker. That's who I talk to. But he said, she's not a good fit for right now. We're stressing her out. And I do feel like we found somebody and it was like the perfect scenario if there could be one. She just recently retired from being a teacher and her husband left her and divorced her after 23 years and he got the dog. So she had been looking for a dog and my husband had put it on like a rehoming Facebook site in our area, and of course vetted and asked questions. And anyways, the woman came over to our house. She was here for like an hour. Daisy was in love with her. She was in love with Daisy. And so it worked out. She has sent me pictures. She has a nice fenced in backyard. She has a neighbor that has a little poodle next door. And so she said Daisy's been getting along great with the poodle. And it's one of those things that even though it was really hard, we did that on a Friday and my dad had gone in the hospital then and ended up falling on Sunday. And anyways, that Monday following the Friday that Daisy left, my dad was living with us for a week. So I just also felt like it was kind of like it was meant to be for her to help her through her rough time. And then it was also a blessing for me during a hard time for me. So my dad was living here for a week and he was not doing in the best shape. He has congestive heart failure. He has kidney failure. He has an aortic aneurysm. He has a few other things. Anyways, his doctors determined that they were going to put him on hospice. So we were able to, fortunately, my sister said that she would come down and stay with him. She lives in Tennessee. We had him at my house because I'm really allergic to cats and he has a cat, which is, his companion. And so it's hard for me I can be in the house, but after a certain amount of time, I start to go crazy with allergies. So I can't sleep there, stay there scenario. So anyways, my sister is here with him. Not sure how long she's staying, not sure what the plan moving forward is. Hospice comes in a couple times a week for bathing and he has some other help and some other things. But so anyways, needless to say, during this last few weeks, I haven't floss tubed and I haven't gotten a whole lot done, but I still have gotten a few things done in the past few weeks, actually almost a month. So I thought I'm just going to come on and share while I have the time today. So that was just a life update. Sorry if it was long, but just wanted to kind of give y'all a background on where I'm coming from. Also, we live in North Central Florida in Ocala, and the heat has been horrendous. The feels like with the heat index has been, last week it was like 117, 118. Like we have heat warnings every day. So pretty much you're inside or in the pool, or as we like to call it, the hot tub, because we have a small pool. And we haven't had any rain in my area for like 2.5 weeks, which is crazy. Other areas of Florida do, and we used, anyways. So everyone stay safe if you're dealing with those hot, crazy temperatures, because it definitely has been hot. So I do have a few previous finishes that I will share with you. I'm just gonna use this small board since I have it instead of this big board. So first previous finish, and this sits on my large tiered tray that's all decorated with lemons. This is, this says Squeeze the Day. I don't know if this is Squeeze the Day or Fresh Lemonade. Now I can't remember what the name of it is. I will look it up and make sure that I link it, but it's by Primrose Cottage. I feel like the light, let me come back. Maybe I shouldn't use the whiteboard. It's too much light right now. I'm doing this at a different time of day, so I apologize. I did finish it with just some cute little pom-poms and fabric on the side. Wonder if I do it on a piece of paper, is that any better? Anyways, and it sits on my tiered tray, kind of balancing on this colander that has lemons in it. Super cute. And then you can see, so that's in my office, and then my hutch here in the kitchen is strawberries and some watermelons mostly. So I have, this is a previous finish also, which is Berry Bakery up on a pedestal by Stitching with the Housewives. And I use this, it's a metal stand from Hobby Lobby. And so this is just attached, same thing with the bow, with magnets and washers, so that I can remove it and use it for another, finish throughout the year, depending on what I want to put in it. And it's hard to tell. This is on, it's an aqua, I forget. I mean, it's 16 cal, but I don't remember the name of it because it wasn't written down, but super cute. So that actually normally goes where that watermelon is right there. Watermelon normally goes behind me, but I thought it was an empty space over there, so I should fill it. So just picture that that goes back there. Again, with all the life craziness, I do not have any new fully finished. Hopefully I will soon, because I have several that are finished that need to be fully finished. So first one up, if you saw my last video, this one is Two Pumpkins Bright by Liz Matthews, and it's actually a large pattern. I didn't bring the pattern in here, did I? No, I didn't bring the pattern in here, but it's a large pattern. Two pumpkins, like a type urn bowl, and spiders dropping, and it's this whole big pattern, right? I have no idea what I did, but I stitched the pumpkin, and then when I went to go move my Q-snap, I was like, there's no fabric under here. What did I do? So I have no idea right now, even still, what I did. I think I must have cut a fabric and maybe just grabbed the spare piece instead of the cut piece. I don't even know. Anyways, I just thought, oh my gosh, I have the whole pumpkin stitched, and I had part of the border stitch, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw a spider web on the side. I'm gonna throw some extra little black dots. I'm gonna finish the border around it, a few spiders, and so that's what I did. So it's so tiny compared to what the actual pattern looks like. Again, only one pumpkin, not two, no urn or whatever, but I was like, I don't wanna throw it away. It's so cute. I just don't want to get rid of it. So I will turn this into some type of pillow probably, or maybe a tiny paddle finish, I'm not sure. But anyways, instead of throwing it out, because what is this, Jody? I don't even know. So I did finish that into a usable piece. So I'm excited about that to finish up. Sorry, I need a sip of water. Okay, The next one, and I didn't bring this pattern in either, sorry. This one is Autumn Rules by Primrose Cottage. And so I cannot remember which, I took out one of the rules because I do have a finishing piece that I purchased last year that I was like, oh, that would be great for that. I haven't finished it yet, but I was like, as I was getting towards the next section, I was like, wait a minute, I don't think it's gonna fit if I do all these. So I can't remember the section I took out. If you look up the pattern, you'll see which section it is. I do know it had something to do with, maybe it was like picking pumpkins or something, and I thought, well, it already has visiting the pumpkin patch on it. So it was something to do with pumpkins, and so I just took that out and just did the hayride as the last one. So it turned out super cute. It's on 16 count, I think, shale fabric. And so hopefully next time I record, I will have this finished, fully finished for you as well. Seeing how, my gosh, what is today? August 16th? Like, fall, September is going to be here before we know it, which is crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. The next finished I have, so this is, I'm going to the Chantel's 141 Design Pep Rally Retreat in Michigan in the beginning of September, and Kathy Haberman is the designer. And so we were told that we were allowed to share. She did say it was going to be a series. So this is called 4 Seasons Folk, and this is autumn. Now you'll see on the pattern at the top there is a design, and then at the bottom there's an extra leaf set. And then you'll also see that in 2 different areas, when you stitch it, there's open space, and that's because Kathy is going to teach us, and I'll show you here because here's my finished piece. So right here and right here is a big open row because she's going to teach us some specialty stitches while we're at the retreat. I decided originally, so I wasn't in love with that top motif at the top, and so originally I was going to take this at the bottom, and you can see I didn't stitch the bottom leaves coming off, but I was originally going to take this and then flip it horizontally so that the bird would go and the bird would be over here at the top. And then I was just like, you know what? I think I like it just how it is. And I made it mine, so I'm gonna keep that, and we'll see what the specialty stitches are. And we had to have this stitch ahead of time because when we go, she's going to teach us the specialty stitches, and then she's also going to teach us how to lace finish, and we're going to fully finish the piece while we're at the retreat. So I'm excited about that. I've never done anything with lacing, so super excited. So I wanted to make sure that I had that done in plenty of time, because I don't like to leave things so last minute, because I'm a person that I like lists, I like deadlines, I like planning. I mean, I can still do spur of the moment, but I like that. So this next one, I just have it folded. This one is called, so this one says Happy Thanksgiving, but it's by Thread Milk Design, and it's called For the Bowl Series #2. So I'll show you that. And then if you have the pattern, you'll see on her pattern, I think she did more like dark browns and like goldy colors. And I decided I didn't want that. I wanted something different and more me. So I actually chose, these are both color and cotton. So the blue is Bobbins and the other one is Marsh. And I feel really bad now. So, and I put it, I was at a one-day retreat at that's put on by my local LNS here in Ocala, Florida, called Brick City Cross Stitch this past Saturday. Thank you to my husband who stayed with my dad for 6 hours so that I could go do that and he could give my sister a break. And somebody, and I can't remember now who, because I don't feel like I got a tag. I feel like we just picked it out of a bag, so I'm not sure who it came from, or maybe they said it was from somebody that was at the 3-day retreat last weekend. But it's on that cute bling holder. I don't know if you can see. It's like a quilt design block. It's metallic, so it's kind of shiny. But so thank you whoever made those for us, because it's adorable and I was using it. So I this Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, I started while I was at the retreat. I was having a hard time focusing at the retreat. I was talking too much. So I started it and then I finished it, I think, Monday night after work. But it's just a super, you know, easy little stitch. I also made, so you've seen before, I haven't sold them in a while because I haven't had time, but my floss catchers, I usually do them out of solid fabrics, and I did a patchwork design and thread bed combination for my gift for my table mates for that retreat next month. So I'm not going to show it right now just because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I did make those. And then also for the people that were at my table, so the people at my table this week were Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher, and then Denise, who's Niecy Stitches, and Mary, and I don't know what her Instagram name is right off the top of my tongue, but anyways, so I made these thread beds, cute little bee fabric. I made those little table mate gifts for the retreat this past weekend, and you know, so they just on the inside, so while you're doing your projects you can put your threads on here. So next video, this will probably be a giveaway because I did have one extra. And then my friend Carrie at Tiger Lily Designs. So so I'm gonna, all honestly, and I don't think I showed these. I don't think I showed these last time. If I did, I'm sorry if I did, but I don't think I did. But so in all honesty, I have had her original cross stitch Project Keeper pattern, this one right here, for quite a while, like a long time. And it's a lot of pages, and I looked through it and I was just like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. You know, I can sew-ish, but I was like, I don't know. And I never paid attention that when you open it as a PDF, there's a clickable link right here. I mean, it's in red, it's big. Again, didn't pay attention. And there's an instructional video where she literally walks you through it step by step, okay? So, I didn't do that. So when she posted about her mini patchwork keeper and that she was releasing this pattern tutorial, I printed it out because I was like, oh, I want to make that because she made one for us at StitchCon, who are her table mates. And I love it. I didn't bring it in here, but I love it. So I was like, okay, I have to make me one of these, right? So that's when I noticed about the clickable link, and then watching the video is like 100 times better, like so much better. I mean, I need the cuts and I need the instructions, but sorry, oh my goodness, having the video was incredible. So now again, I have the video, but did I actually read the instructions? No, I didn't read them all the way. So the very first one I've made, I messed up on. I was like, oh my goodness, it says 3.5-inch squares. I already have a pack of handmade 3.5-inch. I won't have to cut anything. That's so easy, right? So I go and I do it, and I'm like, and then I'm like, I start sewing, and I'm like, why does it seem like it's not the right size? Well, then when you actually look at the pattern, it says patchwork cover 3 by 3, and you use 24 of them. I'm like, oh. That's why, because I'm using 3.5. But anyways, I was like, you know what? Don't care. I'm going to just stay with it, cut the edges, whatever. So this is my mini keeper made out of the handmade fabric. And again, so it should be 3 solid blocks. And instead mine's a solid block, partial block, because Jody can't read. But anyways, I love it. It was so easy to make. It has you know, pockets here, and then each side has a zipper pocket. And it's just a little bit, look, it's just a little bit, you know, I'm not sure what the finish size is supposed to be. Does it say on here? I don't know if it says on here. But anyways, knowing me, it's not exactly how it's supposed to be because that's how I roll. But anyways, it's almost the size of a piece of paper if you put it next to a piece of paper. But I just love it, right? And I plan to make more. So I was like, well, shoot, I should go look at the original pattern that she did because, you know, it doesn't seem too bad. And that's when I found that there was the link. And so I made one instead of patchwork though. Her original one is just solid fabric, and I don't know what this is called. It's like little cross stitch X's. Oh, there's thread on there, ignore that. And then on the inside, I did this cute flowery fabric for the pocket. So there's a pocket here, zipper here, pocket here, zipper here, and then instead of making it a vinyl pocket, like it's supposed to be like that side, I made it a solid piece of the same fabric with a thread bed on it so that I can keep my loose threads on there. So I changed it up just a little bit, but I really like this summery, springy, kind of goes with my bee themes, which you can't see, those are over there in the family room. But anyways, not hard at all. I mean, takes time, a little time consuming, cut all the things, cut all the pieces, but so worth it. Am I still gonna buy some of hers? Of course I am. I just got one of her Christmas and Halloween because I can make it, but when somebody else has already made it or they already have some cute fabric that I love, I'm just like, okay, I just want to buy that. So anyways, those will be haul in the next video. So if you've been thinking about doing it, go to Tiger Lily Design website and you can download either the larger size PDF Project Keeper or the mini Patchwork Keeper, and they're super easy, and just remember you can click the link. So moving on. All right, so whips. Okay, so I feel like I need to do like this one piece of haul because my whips are in it. So, and I'll have this linked. When I was at StitchCon, I don't remember the woman's name right now off the top of my head. I'd have to go back and look. But one of the mornings I was kind of in there early and I was by myself, and I walked over and I was talking to this sweet lady from Texas, and I saw her stitching mat and I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. That's so cute with the pockets and all that. And she was like, oh yeah. And then she's like, oh, I have this to match with it. And then she showed me her keeper and I was just like, oh my gosh, I love that. And I asked where she got it, and it was from Missy Lynn Co. It's on Facebook. She only sells on the Facebook group, and she only updates every few months. So it's not, you know, it's something you have to be patient for. And I was, and it is beyond fantastic. So this is supposed to really be for when I go for retreats, but because I took it this past weekend to my local retreat, I haven't taken everything out and putting it back in regular yet. I mean, I can just keep them here if I want. So anyways, and it's Lori Holt fabric. So it has a small zipper on the outside. It's just right down here. So I just have like some extra needles, scissors, you know, just a couple little things that I may need at the retreat. And then it's a solid back. It has this great handle. And then inside, so inside you can fit, let me see if I can try to hold it up. Okay, so I'm gonna sit back so you can see it. So you have a pocket here, zipper pocket. On the inside, zipper pocket, zipper pocket. Oh, don't, oops, sorry. Hopefully you didn't see charts. Zipper pocket, zipper pocket, zipper pocket, pocket. So you can hold a lot of projects in this. And I'll show you the matching stitching mat, and then I made a floss catcher to go with it. But okay, I was supposed to be doing whips, but I'm like, okay, the whips are in here, so what I have been working on. Well, obviously I finished up that retreat piece that I already showed you. I started and finished that Happy Thanksgiving I showed you. Then this is Primrose Cottage Sip and Stitch box, and it's called Honeybee Quaker, which I think though they're releasing it this month. So it's this pattern, and I'm doing it on 16 count pale gray gingham. So this is as much of I've gotten done so far. I haven't worked on it too much because again, I needed to get that retreat piece done. So that's how much I've worked on that. Then I didn't do very much. I kind of like, I was going full force on this Teresa Kogut Dear Santa that was in her July Patreon. But then I just, again, was switching to the retreat piece. And then I was just like, I'm not feeling the Christmas as much. I tried at the retreat. I stitched like a tiny amount of green and that was it. So this is the pattern. So super cute. And there's a reindeer one, the same colors that matches. So all I really did was the bottom green around the spool, I think, since the last time I showed it. Ooh. So I still have like his whole head, arm area to do, this whole thing to do, and then this whole Dear Santa spool bird area to do. So I do still have quite a bit to do. But you know, sometimes you're just not feeling a certain project, so you move on. And that's what I was feeling. And then the only other thing is, so Chris the Camping Stitcher, that's, you can find her on Instagram, released, and sometime in the last few days, I forget what day it was, but she released her first pattern called A Stitcher's Prayer. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to stitch that. But if y'all have looked at any of my pictures ever I've posted on my craft room, or if you follow me on Instagram, I do have a highlight bubble that's I don't know if it's called craft room, sewing room, but you can see my craft room is, you know, the walls are aqua, things in there are very bright colored. So I love her saying, I'll put it up here so you can see it, Stitcher's Prayer. I love the saying, I love the little spools and the scissors and the pin, but for me, it just wouldn't go in my stitching room, like the prim colors. So I was like, okay, I am going to do this immediately because I love it, and change the colors. So I only have had a small start, and I'm not posting colors yet because I may change along the way as I go. So that's what happened last night. So last night I started stitching some of the letters, and I first picked up black coffee. Sorry, Evian. Sorry, excuse me. Black coffee, and I stitched it, and I was like, oh, I don't know, is that too dark? So then I went and I was like, well, maybe gray. So then I got galvanized gray, a week's galvanized gray. And I'm like, I don't know, is that too light? So anyways, I currently have a poll right now on my Instagram about it. And last I looked, black coffee was winning. But just to show you, you'll see that, you know, the outside green is supposed to be, you know, on her prim colors is more of an olive green, and mine is more of a brighter limey green. And then the little motifs on the edge, instead of the pinky rose color, I'm doing an aqua color. And anyways, so I'm just totally changing. So it changes the feel of the piece. And you can see, so see the dark WN on that side is in the black coffee, and then the galvanized gray. So I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. I mean, I definitely do think that the black coffee, sorry, shows up more. I don't know. I'm still torn. I'm so torn. Anyways, that is a new start, but also a new whip to show you. So then I'll just go out of order here. So when you order, you have the option when you order a mat from her, you can order the keeper. I think now she's doing folders too. So this is the mat that is for the retreats to put on your table in front of you, and it has pockets, it has mini pockets, it has magnetic needle minders, and then it also comes with excuse me, this little pouch, scissor holder. So I actually think I do have my scissors in there from this weekend. I do. It comes with a cute little needle book, which I do have a needle in there. And then it also did come with some type of little ort, but it was like tiny, like flat on the ground. I don't know. And since I make the floss catchers, I just went ahead and I made one that matches. And so now I have the whole matching set for my retreating purposes. And I love that keeper. So I wanted to show that. All right, as far as haul, I don't have like a ton of haul. So my normal, I'm in the thread club for color and cotton. I'm in the all colors 10 skeins. I'm not even sure if there's 10 skeins here because I was picking through it and I think I stole some. So you'll just have to see what I didn't steal. So yeah, so I stole obviously because there's 2 missing. So I was pretty sure I did steal some. But anyways, really pretty fall colors right now. I can't remember. I think there was a green, maybe a blue one. I'm not sure. But anyways, super pretty colors for fall in that. And then I wanted to show you, so I'm going to start doing this. So my friend Felicia, who is Floss and Blocks on Etsy, she sells like little finishing bundles of fabric. I'm not sure if she also has flossandblocks.com website. So she does carry some cross stitch patterns, but it's more like fabric for finishing. But then she does have she has wood floss drops, and then she also has acrylic floss drops. So I decided, and here, this is for a project I hadn't started yet. I decided because I have color and cotton, but I have a lot of classic color works because that's what I use the most. But you know, on and off those paper tags, the paper tags a lot of times start to rip. And so I wanted to do something different. So I'm not going to go through and do it to every floss. Like I'm going to do it as I'm using and as I'm doing a project, I'm switching over. So, so I chose to go with the acrylic ones, and because you can write on them with Sharpie. I'll show you just a blank one. But you can write on them with Sharpie, and then you can just wipe them off using an alcohol and like a cotton ball or something. So they're really, I don't know what the thickness is. You'll have to go to her website to see. But as you can tell, I mean, it's a really good thickness. Like it's not flimsy whatsoever. It's super sturdy. And so it has the big hole here at the bottom. Let me use this to see, big hole at the bottom. No, that doesn't help. Big hole at the bottom. And then you put your extra little floss, loose ones up here. So that's what I'm going to start doing to switch over as I go with each project. So I did order a bunch, as you can see. So go check her out. She's on Instagram at Floss and Blocks, and it's Floss and Blocks. And then same thing on Etsy, where you can see these. And then you can also, like I said, she has flossandblocks.com website, where you can see what else. She has a ton of stuff on there for sale as well. And she's local here to Ocala. She just moved here about 2 years ago from Utah, and she's the best. So super great customer service, because she's definitely, you know, a small business owner who cares a lot. The next thing I got was from a small shop I had never bought from on Etsy called Whistle Stop Stitcher Designs. And she actually has quite a few Halloween designs if you're into Halloween, so check her out. I just purchased one for now. Like, again, like I've told you, I don't have Halloween because I haven't decorated for Halloween in years and years since my kids were younger, but I am going to do my tall tiered tray for my grandbaby Corbin, who just turned 17 months old, who last week for the first time said, Papa, Papa, because we call my husband Papa. And he has said it multiple times. Still doesn't say Mimi, even though we practice. When he's with me, I say, oh, Mimi, Corbin, Mimi, Corbin. I don't know how many times I've done that. Like, since he's been a baby, like baby, infant, over and over and over again. But he says, Papa, first. I know it's because he can say it easier than Mimi, but still. Okay, anyways, back to Whistle Stop Stitcher Designs. I just want to show you. It's super cute. It's a little ghost. It says boo. And she does, her patterns are very easy to read. And she does give you, I can't show you, but she does give you a color version with symbols or the black and white. So I prefer the color, and then a lot of times I'll pull it up on my iPad. So I usually just only print that piece so I have it to refer to with this cover, because otherwise I can't remember what I have, because, you know, I'm a collector. So that's super cute. So if you want to check her out, again, Whistle Stop Stitcher Designs on Etsy. All right, the next thing for my haul. So again, going to the retreat where I'm flying to Michigan next month, and it's crazy. When you buy a Halo Go light, for the money that you're spending for the light, it's crazy that it doesn't come in a bag, a case, anything. It's like in a cardboard box and that's it. And so Chantel, when sometimes she has been having private Zoom for the people coming to the retreat, and talked about this case on Amazon, which is supposed to be for a keyboard. It's open, so I don't want to hold it, but you know, easy to carry. So I did bring it to the retreat this weekend, but it will fit in your suitcase easily, or your carry-on, and it holds the light nicely in a strap like this. It's meant for a keyboard, but it works wonderful. And then I have the charging cord in here, and then you could put some other stuff in the zipper pocket too. And it comes in 3 colors. I can't remember. I got the aqua one. It comes in like a pink, and I can't remember if it's a black or a gray. And I think it was like $20, but I'll make sure I link that in case you have a Halo Go and you need to travel with it and you don't have any case for it. It's a great case for it. All right, last but not least, as far as other haul that I got. So again, I mentioned how much I love those patchwork keepers from Carrie. So the first one, oh my gosh, the first one is the new line that's coming out, Lighthearted by Camille Ross Kelly. And she's like my favorite. Her and her mom, Bonnie. Her mom, Bonnie, retired, but like they are my favorite fabric designers, I think. I love their stuff always. And I have my fabric on pre-order from them, but Handmade is Heartmade on Instagram had sample spree, and so they were doing some things, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a charm pack, and then I can cut 3-inch squares from the charm pack. So I got that. It's so pretty. I mean, it's just, I know it's hard to see, but it's gorgeous, gorgeous colors to make into a keeper. So again, I'm not gonna go through them all, but I got, these are all to make mini keepers, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. So I got this one, you know, because we RV camp, but it's got these cute colors, and if I don't want to, I don't have to use the camper designs, but it's got all those great colors. It also has like, not just camper, but like VW bus as one of them also. So I just loved like the color on those. This is another one, Joy in the Journey by Riley Blake. It does have camper fabric also in it. Sorry, trying to get the glare. But I just thought, again, love the pretty soft summery colors for another keeper. This one is Fig Tree Fruit Cocktail. This one's by Moda. Again, pretty summery fabric. This one, Sweet Fire, is called Evermore. I thought this one was great for fall fabric, for a fall keeper. I know. I got a lot of keepers to make. This one is Twas. It's Riley Blake Designs, Jill Hallworth. Again, has all the different designs on the back. It's like a mix of bright and dark, but awesome Christmas. And last but not least, this one is Good News, Great Joy, by Stephanie Slowinski. This one is definitely like a rich Christmas line. So when I find some time, I got fabric, and this time I'm going to cut it to 3 inches, and I have fabric to make a lot of patchwork keepers. So, all right. So from the last video, whenever that was, the giveaway was the Fresh Lemonade pattern, generously donated by Primrose Cottage, with a sticker from them. And that winner is Meredith Lewis 7040. Meredith Lewis 7040. So that's your YouTube name. If you can go, you'll see at the top of the description here, you can email me at simplystitchingocala@gmail.com and let me know that you won and that I can get that sent out to you. And I know that everyone has noticed there's been so many new patterns that are coming out for Needlework Market. And I would say also, even if there are some designers not participating in it, I feel like the designers are still releasing them late this month in August. So my question for this week's giveaway is, what is your favorite upcoming release from Needlework Market or sometime in this August month? What's your favorite new release you've seen? And I would have to say the one I saw yesterday, I just love because it's cute and spooky. I should have printed it, but I didn't. It's by Liz Matthews. Let me see if I get my phone. Hold on, that's close up, sorry. It's by Liz Matthews and it's called Boo. And it's so adorable. Sorry, I'm gonna try to pull it up just in case you haven't seen it. It's so adorable, and she has 5 new releases, but this is my favorite of them. How cute is that? It's so cute. Okay, so for the giveaway, don't mention giveaway, just answer below. So many new releases coming out this month in August. What is your favorite release you've seen? And this week's giveaway is going to be a set of the 12 acrylic floss drops by Floss and Blocks. My friend Felicia, she has generously donated them. So you'll get a set of 12. So again, just answer that question and I will draw a winner on the next video. I thank you so much for joining me. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I just love to share what I'm crafting. I love listening and watching what others are crafting on their YouTube channels. And so I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you get some amazing crafting and stitching done this week. And I will see you guys soon. Don't forget, you can go over and follow me on Instagram at simplystitchingocala, where I usually post stories almost daily about what I'm up to. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week. Bye.